So let's go ahead and get warmed up here first. All right, let's go ahead and just do some twisting punches. Just twisting out side to side. And let's punch up overhead here into a side stretch. Awesome. Let's go ahead, go into some butt kicks. Coming up, kicking our own butt. Coming into high knees. Or just marching, stepping in place if you want to. Let's come into some windmills, bringing the arms up, overhead, back down and around, making big circles. Working that full shoulder joint. Let's do some push-pull. So let's go ahead and go overhead first. So push-pull, pushing up overhead here, then bringing it down, engaging our back muscles here as we pull down. Squeezing down. And pressing up over, using our shoulders, pulling down with our back. Same thing out front, gonna use our chest here to push out in front of us, and then we're gonna use that back, squeeze down and back with those shoulders. Pinching the shoulder blades to the spine. All right, let's go ahead and just do some couple of jabs here in front. Punching out in front. All right, shaking it out. We're gonna get started here doing fighters or ninjas. So when we're doing a fighter, basically we're coming all the way down to the floor on our stomachs. It's like a burpee, although we're actually laying on our stomach, and then we're coming right back up, all right? So we're flopping down here, all the way down, coming right back up. Ready? Here we go. 30 seconds. Coming all the way to the floor, coming right back up. Getting that heart rate up here. You got this. Here we go. Last 5 seconds. 2, 1. Rest. Whew. I'll get you started up. All right. Next, what we're going to do, we're actually going to be doing touching skaters. So we've done skaters before. We twist back like this, right? We add in that jump. What we're actually going to do here now is we're actually like swiping down to the floor, trying to touch as we come to that side, and flipping and touching. Okay, so we're coming side to side, getting that lateral movement, trying to touch the floor. If you want to go into just regular skaters this morning, that's fine. Ready? Here we go. 30 seconds. So regular skaters like this, we're going to add in that touch. Breathe, gonna feel the outer glutes definitely fire up here. 2, 1, rest.
No.
Oh yeah.
I feel like I'm 100 today.
All right. Next, what we're gonna do, coming into this traditional squat. So if you want to do body weight squat, feel free. Or if you want to have a dumbbell here, feel free to do that as well. Just coming in just a front squat. Weight can be right in front here, hinging at those hips, coming down. Ready? And begin. Good squats. Nice and controlled and supported. Nice and upright in our core. We don't want to be coming down looking like this. We don't want the knees to collapse in or out. What I mean by that is the knees come in as we squat in, or they come out like this. We do not want that. We want the knees coming straight out, straight back up. 3, 2, 1. Break. All right. So, going to be getting in to some hooks next. So grabbing both of your dumbbells here, coming into hooks. So coming nice and supported just in our core here and our hips. Coming to side, getting the core involved. Ready? And start. Looking side to side. Feeling those stomach muscles working. Nice and balanced in those hips. You don't want to be standing straight up doing just a standing side twist. Coming into that hook. Momentum is coming from our core. Good work. Holding on strong here. 3, 2, 1. Rest. All right, hanging on to those weights, and you can also do this without weights if you want to. Coming into uppercuts, so coming up and under now, so nice in those hips still, but what we're doing is coming up and under, kind of getting those legs involved as we come up and under. Ready? And start. Good, you're gonna feel the legs even burning. My legs are burning because I'm just nice sitting down into about a half squat here. If you wanna be nice and balanced, working that full body, coming up and under, getting the core involved. Imagine you're coming up and under, getting someone in a stomach punch here, and right in the stomach. Breathe, 2, 1, rest. All right, so this next one, you can have both weights. You can have one weight, you can have no weights. You can decide what you want to do. I'm gonna do one weight. What we're doing is a slip. So with this slip, it's kind of a combination move. We're coming down into a squat. As we come down into a nice slow squat, we're gonna come side to side into like a side crunch. So we're trying to imagine that we're missing some punches, someone's trying to hit us in the face, so we're coming down side to side, dodging those punches. All right, ready? And begin. So it's coming side to side, coming down into what is a comfortable squat for you, and coming right back up, making sure we're not shooting right back up. You want to kind of feel that nice burn in those legs, feeling the core working too. Side to side. Again, we don't want to come down, shooting right back up. We want to be nice and controlled. Breathing, doing great. 3, 2, 1, rest. Okay, coming to the floor for our last one. Go ahead, you can do this one again without weights, or you can have some weights here. We're coming into a sit-up plus a punch or a jab. So when we're doing this, basically it's a weighted sit-up. So we're trying to come up into that sit-up, and then we're punching. Just gonna scoot back here a little bit. So coming up, punching, coming back. Trying to come back nice and controlled. We don't want to just flop down. We want to kind of come back nice and controlled. Feeling the core work. Coming up a little bit quicker, punch. Ready? And start. Nice and controlled on that way down. Punch. 15 more seconds, and we're gonna take a break, so finish out strong. Here we go, almost done. 3, 2, 1, rest.
I feel old and shit today. I do too. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Come on.
Oh, you're doing great. Grab a drink, get a rest here.
Look, some air in down here.
There you go.
Oh.
Nice and
I
cool
have
out.
my friend a fan.
breath here. We're gonna start off again with those ninjas or fighters. Gonna start up about 10 seconds. Getting ready, getting your mind right for the second set through. 2, 1, here we go. Fighters. Going all the way to the floor on your stomach. Coming right back up. Doing what you can here. Might not be looking very good, very graceful, but you're here and we're moving. Fighting through. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Taking our breath, we're going to get into another one that's going to get our heart rate right up there. Coming into those either regular skaters, touching skaters. All right, ready? And begin. So we're either coming into regular skaters or getting that touch. Maybe you're going quicker than me. Maybe coming back and forth, feeling good. Maybe you're slowing it down, able to just walk it out. It's okay. Two, 1, rest. Oh yeah, I'm struggling too. Okay, coming into either bodyweight squats or a weighted squat here. Ready? And begin. Nice good squat, coming up. Coming down, squeezing up, using those glutes. Maybe engaging front of the legs as we stand up. Almost done. Don't let those knees cave in. Don't let them go out. 2, 1, rest. All right, here's where we're grabbing our other weight. We're going to do this with just out any weight as well. Coming into hooks. All right, coming into hooks and nice in those hips. Coming side to side. Ready? And begin. Squeezing side to side, getting those obliques, getting that core. Nice and supported throughout our spine. Breathe, making sure we're not standing nice and upright, making sure we're still in those hips here. You're almost done. 3, 2, 1, rest. Quick breath. Still hanging on to our weights. Coming into uppercuts next. All right, sitting in those hips, coming up and under. Ready? Here we go. Up and under, getting that core involved, getting those legs involved. Up and under. Good, almost done. 2, 1, rest. All right, this next one, you can have both weights if you want. One weight, no weight. Slips. Slips, that's when we're dodging the punches, coming into that squat. Ready? And begin. Side to side, nice and controlled. Coming down to what is comfortable, squeezing up. And like I said, what is comfortable? Maybe you're only coming down this far. This is where your squat is. Totally fine. Coming up. Do what you can. Making sure we're just not standing right up. Taking that time side to side. 3, One more. Sit up and punches. Sit up and jab here. All right, sit up and punches. Ready? And begin. Sitting up, punch, punch. Not flopping back or fighting that resistance on the way back down. Nice and controlled. Sitting up a little bit quicker if we can. Coming down. You can drop the weights if you need to. Punch, punch. Coming down. Punch, punch. Breathe, almost done. And break. Here's when we're taking another rest. Taking a drink. Maybe just sitting here for a moment. Maybe you're feeling good. You want to walk in place. Go for it. All right, we're going to start out with those fighters in about 10 seconds. Last time through. 3, 2, 1. Fighters. Coming up. Here we go. You can do this. Come on, ladies, let's go. 2, 1, rest. Grabbing a quick breath here as much as you can. Trying to coming into those skaters or touching skaters. Ready, and begin. So regular skaters, just coming back and forth. We're adding in that touch. Coming side to side. Nice explosive movement from one side to the next if we're touching here. Here we go, 10 seconds, let's go. You can do it. Breathe. Just keep moving, don't quit. If you have to come here, it's okay. 2, 1, rest.
You're kicking our butts today.
Yeah, it's a fun one today.
Yeah.
It's good to shake it up. I like it.
Well, it feels good. It's just hard.
It's good. All right, coming into squats. So you can do bodyweight squats or a weighted squat here. Ready? And begin. Coming down, straight back up. Feet a little bit wider than hip width apart. Coming down. Coming up, those toes can be pointed anywhere from 10 to 20 degrees if they need to be, depending on the person. Three, 2, 1, rest. All right, grabbing 2 weights here. Hooks. Sitting in our hips, coming side to side, getting the core. Ready? And begin. Side to side here. Nice and supported throughout the spine as we twist side to side. Feel the squeeze at every twist. Here we go, doing great. Finish out strong with these. 3, 2, 1, rest. uppercuts. Starting with those in about 5 seconds. Coming into uppercuts. Ready? And start. Up and under now, up and under. Still sitting in those hips. Our legs and glutes should be shaking after today, along with our core. Doing awesome, keep breathing. My legs are burning, my core is burning. Keep fighting through. 3, 2, 1, rest. 2 more things, and we're done. 2 more. All right, deciding what weight you want to use for our slips. Slips are next. Ready? And begin. Coming side to side. Coming into that squat. Squeezing our side core here. Trying to bring the shoulder to our hips, our knees, whatever you want to imagine. Dodging those punches, side to side. Nice and controlled. Two, 1, rest. To the floor with our weights, or no weight maybe. Okay, sit-ups and punches. Last 30 seconds. Ready? And begin. Again, punching out. Nice and control on that way down. Punch, punch, control. Sit up, punch, punch, control. You got this. Two, 1, break. Woohoo, nice work. Taking a moment.
That felt good to sweat.
Good.
Yeah. Thanks for a good workout.
Yeah. Of course. Grabbing a breath if you have your drink, grab a drink. We're going to meet up in a cool down here. Let's go ahead. First we're going to come right into it. We're going to get right into pigeon stretch. So it's going to hit our outer hips here. So when we're doing a pigeon, and again, I know we've done this one several times, we're trying to bring one leg up and over. Sometimes it helps to come back, swing it through, whatever you need to do to come into that pigeon here. And I know we've talked about ultimately trying to bring that leg up a little bit straight rather than it tucked in behind here. But everyone's going to be a little bit different with what they can do. The more out your leg is, the harder it's going to be. You might just have to stand here right where I am, or put your hands here. If you're able to come down to the elbows, come on down. Engaging. We don't want a whole lot of twisting at the hips. So what I mean by that is we don't want this hip kind of falling out while we're doing this. We're trying to bring that hip back in line with this side hip. Feeling that outer hip stretch. Breathe. Awesome, nice and slow. We're gonna come out. And we're gonna switch sides. Come into your comfort level. Like I said, maybe you're right here right now and you're feeling that those hips are aligned. Again, we're not opening up this back hip. We want that nice and aligned with that front hip. Feel the stretch on that right side. Couple breaths here, releasing what's tight. All right, nice and slow. Unwrapping, coming out of that one. Next, what I want us to do, since we're on our knees here, first one I want us to do is trying to stand nice and upright here. If we want to come into a back bend, great. Maybe your hips are going to stay here though. Maybe just come into a slight back bend. Otherwise, if you're able to come into camel's pose or trying to come back with both hands or trying to touch the heels here. Otherwise, like I said, you might just be here, coming back a little bit, hands on hips. Or maybe coming down a little bit lower. Opening up that chest. Looking up towards the ceiling, nice and slow. Coming out. Maybe sitting over your heels for a moment. Next, we're going to come into runner's lunge. I love this one. One knee's down, one leg is out. First, we're working on, again, keeping those hips aligned, right? Those hips are nice and level, squeezing the glute, squeezing the core, and pushing. My left leg is back behind me. My right leg is in front. So with my left leg, I'm trying to actively try to push my left hip forward while I'm trying to bring my right hip back. Good. And then we're going to extend that front leg. Toe will come up. You can put your hands on your hips here as we hinge forward. Or the hands can drop to your side. Good work. Coming out, maybe making a small hip circle. No, we've done that before. Back and forth, and then coming out. All right, next, switching it up. Knees down again, making sure those hips are nice and even. Coming forward. Now my right hip is trying to come up because that's my right leg is back, and my left hip is trying to tuck back. Then we're going to send those hips back, leg comes straight, toes come up, hinging at the hips here. Nice. Hamstring stretch. Woo-hoo. Trying to relax into that straight leg. Stretch, release what's tight. Awesome. Nice and slow. Again, we're making a hip circle out of that front knee. Making a little circle here. And coming out. Let's just come to a seated position here. Let's go ahead, come to seated side stretch, reaching up and over, maintaining this other hip down. Then we're going to switch. Then on just a seated twist, so bringing both hands back behind us, one direction, and then the other direction. Awesome. Let's go ahead, let's come back into our hands and knees here. Let's come into the handcuff position here. So what we're going to do, one hand's going to come back, just one hand's coming back here. Coming in, we're trying to bring this elbow down to the floor here. And then we're going to come up, bringing that elbow up to the floor, adding a little bit of a spinal twist. So coming down one direction, coming up the other. One more time. Down and up. Whew, releasing. Hopefully that shoulder feels pretty good. We're going to switch sides. So other hands coming to the back here. Doing the same thing, all right? So elbow, we're trying to bring that elbow to the floor while the back of the hand maintains on our back. And then we're trying to lift up, a little bit of a spinal twist. Coming back down. Up. One more time. Down. And up. Awesome. Good. Go ahead, release. Hopefully that shoulder feels pretty good now too. Let's go ahead and come to one side. I'm going to come to a fetal position here. So knees are up kind of towards our chest a little bit onto one side. What we're going to do is bring our elbow out, matches our shoulder here, clasping the other hand on top. And we're going to come open into that book opener. So we're trying to bring this other shoulder out. What we're trying to do is feel a nice chest stretch. Trying to relax that shoulder down. My shoulder's not even touching the floor on this opposite side. Oh, now it finally goes. So it might be, depending on the person, this area can be pretty tight for us because we do a lot of things in front of us throughout the day. So we just want to open up that area. Awesome. Then let's go ahead and take that same arm, and then we're just going to bring it over our ear here, just reaching up. Another kind of side stretch reaching underneath our shoulder pit area. And then let's just wrap it back down and around. Let's switch sides. So rolling over to the other side. One hand's here, just trying to draw it out and open. Taking a breath here, releasing this tight chest area. Then we're gonna slightly come up. We're gonna bring that hand above our head, nice and slow. Feeling underneath this shoulder area, release here. And then we're gonna just draw it nice and down. All right, that's where I'm gonna end with you guys for today.